Hi everyone, it's good to be back in Vancouver at home and sitting this rainy day, and I was just thinking about this. As I came back from the trip, I experienced the almighty part of the power of God. We prayed for people. We saw salvation. We saw a blind woman that started seeing again. It was just so many things. But I think the greatest miracle is not actually a physical healing like we saw, but actually it's the transformation of life. I met this lady, and her name is Marie, and she said, yeah, my arm was, I felt like dislocated, and I had some sort of an accident of some sort, and she couldn't move her right hand. And the Lord had healed her just when I prayed. The Lord healed her, but the beauty of it was the testimony that came after that, the transformation of life. That is what really matters. Healings are great. We want all of that, but above and beyond that, we want the transformation of life. And so I was thinking about this God who is almighty. God can do anything. There is nothing impossible with him. Then I thought of this as the Holy Spirit just dropped a thought in my mind that God is love. And I remember that verse from John, and suddenly I recognized that we can, if we say God is almighty, and then we say also in the same tone that God is love, then we can also say love is almighty. Love is all powerful. There is nothing impossible with love. And I thought, what a great concept. But love is always powerful anyways, in any kind of love. Any sort of love that is shown and experienced is always powerful. But the love that Corinthians talks about is the agape love, the unconditional love of God. In King James Version, Old English, it even used charity, agape, or the free love of God that has absolutely no conditions, and it's given, initiated by heaven. It was a free choice that heaven made to offer its love to us. In fact, when we read the sentence further, it says, love is patient. Then I thought, if love can do all things, how can it be so powerful? What makes love so powerful? Then I thought, wow, there it is. There is the answer. One of the things that makes agape love so powerful is that it is willing to suffer. It says love is patient. Love is long-suffering. Love forbears the weight of the attack and retaliation that we give in response to the love that was initiated by heaven. Isn't that interesting? It says, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word took on flesh, came upon the earth. He was the light of the world. He was the creator of everything, but the darkness, the people did not receive him. We rejected him. Even though he came, he gave up everything that was precious to him to come for you and I. He knew that when he comes, not everyone is going to accept that. And not everyone is going to understand that immediately, that depth of his love for him. I want to say that it's the patience of God, it's the long-suffering part of God that makes him so irresistibly wonderful. One day, a little while ago, I felt the Holy Spirit ask me this question. Why do you love me so much, Afshin? I said, that's easy, Lord. Because you love me so much. You have always cared for me. You have always protected me. You have always been gentle to me. You have always extended your arms to give me a hug and embrace me. You have never rejected me. Always have been willing to listen to me. Always have been faithful to me, even when I wasn't faithful to you. You have truly loved me like no other person on the planet. I have felt your love, and that's why I love you. And he said to me, you say you love me because of how I have stood by your side. I said, yes. And then suddenly he said, isn't that interesting, Afshin? It sounds so much like what Melissa, your wife, has done for you. And suddenly I thought, oh my goodness, that's so true. You see, I had never seen this, that there is absolutely no one on the planet that I have hurt more than my wife. No one that I have argued more with. No one that I have mistreated more. No one that I have spent more time with, so I've had much more opportunity to let down. And you know what? I thought for 18 years of my marriage that I had made a mistake. When I remember the very first time we had an argument, and when we had an argument, I thought, we think so much unlike one another, we express ourselves so unlike each other, we have such a different call and such a different way of the style of living and everything else. I have made an honest mistake. I should have married someone with more similarities and thought patterns like myself. And so imagine that for 18 years, I thought of her like a mistake. I looked at her with a thought in the back of my mind, or even listened to her with thoughts, or spoke to her with a tone of thinking on this foundation that I have made a mistake. This is not my best choice. Can you imagine anything and everything that came out of that conversation, or the way that I have ever done for her, that I can even remotely take pride in, was on a base of a foundation of a lie, that she's a mistake. And so in that, how good can it be? How good can it be if I think you are a mistake? How good can I really treat you? How good can I really love you? How good is that quality of love? So I recognize that I have done her so much hurt and so much pain, and she, like God, has always stood by me. And I thought, now that is love. That is forbearing. That is all-powerful. That is the color of the eyes of Jesus. That is the true character of a Christian. Not how often my wife says, you cannot tell how a Christian is a good Christian or a bad Christian or a strong Christian or a weak Christian by how often they attend the church or Bible studies or this or that, but by how they respond. Do they respond in grace and love? So in that, I recognize that, my goodness, I've had such an amazing love that has been shown to me for past 18 years. So that love suddenly transformed my life and my marriage and my fatherhood, my ministry. Everything has been transformed. Not because I had this great realization or I walked, but it was that my wife walked with me. I was walking away from her, but she was walking toward me. And because of that, what was impossible, even to the eyes of the experts, I mean, we had gone to a marriage counselor, and after 3 times, the guy said, you guys don't talk. You guys don't seem to be able to connect. There's no hope. Don't come back. Don't waste your money. Don't waste my time. Even when no one else had seen hope, she had hope because she had love. Now that love made the impossible possible. Today, I want to speak to you, my brothers and sisters, who have been blessed, somehow empowered by patience, by the gift of long suffering, which is one of the greatest, most powerful weapon of heaven. You somehow find it so easy or easier than others to be patient, to bear that wrong that has been done, and it keeps being done against you. I want to today speak to you. For every moment that you have chosen to somehow extend that agape love, that love that puts itself out there and is willing to suffer, and it's willing to forgive, and it's willing to be patient, and it's willing to show grace and mercy, I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you because you are a vessel of heaven that brings the kingdom of heaven on earth. You are being used mightily to start a revolution on this planet which prepares the way for the coming back of this Jesus Christ. I want to honor you today. I want to honor you if you have chosen, maybe even once in your life, to be like that. I want to honor you because those moments have made an eternal difference on this planet and in the life of somebody. For that, I'm grateful to you, to the ones that, like my wife, have brought such a transformation to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, love is almighty. There is absolutely nothing that is impossible with love when love becomes unconditional. Can I encourage you to extend that love to someone that does not deserve it at all today, in some way, shape, or form, as you desire? Have a blessed day.